The Polysaur. Cockroach Orchestra. The Polysaur, playing as Omar G, is up against 3 Cymanti players, all of whom are clustered in the far corner of the map. This geographic peculiarity allowed the Polysaur to play each bug tribe against the others, riding the chaos to a comparatively easy victory, even after completely skipping its turn 1. Dropping its score to last place by turn 2. The Southern Cymanti player's shaman began the game by wandering into the corner for its relatively useless lighthouse. That player resigned by turn 11, after the Southeast player sieged its capital city. Quite surprisingly, the Southern tribe, thereafter controlled by a bot, would still manage, only a few turns later, to help bring about the resignation of its Southeastern conqueror. But, before examining those unexpected and convoluted happenings, we first turn to the Polysaur's exploration of its empty surroundings, and its eventual, turn 7 encounter with all 3 bug civilizations. At first, these encounters were not the warmest. An eastern hexapod devoured one of the Polysaur's riders, before retreating to secure a ruin, and to avoid being trampled by nearby rider before its next turn. Meanwhile, the Southern tribe rejected the Polysaur's offer of peace, presumably thinking it might lose out on a borderland ruin and city, were it to accept the Polysaur's terms. Nevertheless, by turn 8, both other tribes had entered into formal peace treaties with the Polysaur. The Southeastern player, cornered by 2 other Cymanti players, probably thought Polysaur peace in its best interests, for this very reason. As for that tribe's northern neighbor, it likely viewed Polysaur peace as a better alternative to continued skirmishes with the Polysaur, given the growing threat posed by the corner Cymanti player. That corner player would deny the Southern player the central ruin, taking it for themselves, and prevent the Southern player from capturing the central city, allowing the Polysaur to do so. After once again denying the Polysaur's peace offering, the Southern player, controlled by a bot by the start of turn 11, accepted peace by turn 12. Once it did, it gained the Polysaur's protection. A brigade of shields and riders was rushed towards its shaman. These forces arrived just in time to prevent the corner player's centipede from devouring the Southern bot's shaman, despite the bot moving its shaman towards the centipede, trying its very hardest to satisfy the centipede's cravings for bug flesh. Or perhaps this gives too little credit to the bot, who may simply have been playing chess while the human players were playing checkers. After the corner player advanced his centipede 1 tile, the bot spawned its own centipede, pushing its shaman forward and allowing it to convert the enemy centipede. Apparently having its centipede stolen by a bot was too great a blow to the corner player's self-image, as he promptly resigned from the game. As soon as he did, the Polysaur strengthened this no longer threatening ally by establishing an embassy in its capital. The extra income that resulted from this contributed to the corner bot's efforts to push back the advance of its northern neighbor. That the Polysaur immediately broke its truce with its last human opponent also aided the corner bot, as this forced the human to divert its southern forces to the imminent western battlefront. However, as the Polysaur had been allowed to expand across the map almost without restraint, it was able to gain 2 giants using road connections, and the resulting network and park of fortune monuments. Additionally, using these same roads, it was able to quickly deploy those giants to the front line. While the human opponent was able to keep those giants at bay with the threat of shaman conversion, it was unable to prevent one of those giants from reserving a spot next to its capital. A spot soon filled by the Polysaur's incoming cloaks, which, together with the corner player's centipedes, soon overwhelmed the Polysaur's helpless victim. This game showed that the Cymanti tribe has at least one weakness in 4-player games, namely, other Cymanti players. Their presence apparently makes even the normally aggressive Cymanti players amenable to peace treaties. The embassies and cloaks that can follow can be especially advantageous to Cymanti opponents, since, lacking both knights and forest removal, Cymanti lacks great counters to cloak invasion. In addition, lacking giants themselves, opposing giants may be able to plod their way up to Cymanti cities, politely holding spaces open for cloaks, units which can, of course, bypass enemy units without any movement penalties. This game also shows that even setbacks as large as inadvertently skipped turns do not always thrust victory out of reach. Keep your head up through your setbacks, and you may be able to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, as long as those jaws do not belong to the Polysaur. If you see other takeaways from this game, please share your insights in the comments below. You can also comment below if you want to share a game you played with the Polysaur, who may even decide to share your game on this channel. Finally, comment below if you wish to challenge the Polysaur, despite the absolute foolishness of such a thought. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe now, or else the Polysaur will come for you.